See, you dressed up.
How
you doing?
Good luck, bro.
That's Chevy.
Alessandro Tedeschi, loan sharking and gambling.
Soon is gone and this heart of mine.
Okay, we're here today with Nick Puccio, actor, singer, producer, bon vivant, all-around good guy, and a good friend of mine. Nick, I know that you're involved in many things, and your resume here is unbelievable. It's probably more than just one page, but you've only highlighted the good things on there. I know one of your dear friends is Tony Darrow.
Tony Darrow.
Tony Darrow is a great actor, good guy.
Good comedian, and singer, too.
Yeah, and he also does a lot of charitable work.
Tremendous work for cerebral palsy.
Was it this Monday coming up, I think?
This coming Monday at the
golf tournament.
Yes, at the Delwood Country Club in New York. I believe it's in Rockland County in New City. Paul Borghese's producing it and helping his cousin to do this. Paul does a nice job. Tony's raised, I don't know how many millions already for cerebral palsy. I believe this is the 8th year. Yeah. He gets top sponsors. He does a Class A job with it. Frank, Vincent, and I, and Vinny, and all the guys, a lot of Sopranos, and all. We attend it every year. And he puts on a really great show in an evening with top-notch entertainment. Right. And golf match during the morning on. It's a lot of fun. Just about all the Sopranos come, and it's wonderful. And Tony has done a remarkable job. I really have to commend Tony, and I've done a few projects with Tony. Tony was a big help to me when I did the North End. That's a project that I mentioned. North End in Boston. We did Little Italy in Boston. Another movie I love. That's one of the things. And with Frank Vincent and Tony Darrow and I co-starred in it. The Scioto brothers. Frank, the director, and Joe, the writer. They've gone on to do bigger things now. We were their first film. We actually, we helped baptize them, and they went on to do another movie with Giancarlo Giannini and Paul Sorvino in Italy, and they just did a movie with Danny Aiello, Lou Venaria, who's going to be in this reading on the waterfront, and. They've gone on to do bigger, better things, and there's a project I believe that they have in the works for Frank, Vincent, and I. Hopefully that'll come up. But getting back to Tony's tournament, it's the Tony Darrow Celebrity Golf Tournament. It'll be Monday, this coming Monday, July 26th, at the Delwood Country Club, and it's a good cause, and anybody who can help out to raise money for it, to give to that cause.
That's a
wonderful thing. He does a wonderful job.
And that's I always like to hear that because I'm in sports. I represent a lot of ball players. I always like to hear that when somebody's giving something back. There's a lot of us out here that have been very fortunate in our careers, whatever that career may be. But it's always nice to give something back to the community and help those that are less fortunate than us. And no matter, I always tell my family, no matter how dark things may seem, there's always somebody worse than you out there.
That's right.
And it's always nice just to whatever you can do. If it's $5, just to help them out.
Whatever they do to help out the kids.
Just to I have a cousin that's retarded, and that's one of my special projects. Is he's got Down syndrome, and so you always try to contribute to that and do things to help that out. So it's always nice.
Plus, Angelo, speaking about that, you've given back to the veterans because you're a vet, and you've always done a lot for the veterans. Which Vinny Pastore is the same way. And I've done a lot of things for them, especially in Bronx, New York, where Vinny is, the chapter up there. We've done some shows for them. So you want to give back, and Tony Darrow has really done a great job in giving back. He has.
Yeah, well, you got it. I mean, you just can't all be about you all the time.
No, I see what the Yankees are doing with Hope Week.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
It was wonderful.
That is fantastic.
The light, the eyes, these children and these adults who are having it tough. It's
that 10 minutes of their life that they're taking away from their afflictions and their daily misery, just to lighten up their lives a little bit, and that's just a fantastic thing.
And you also, Inge, what I think, I know this sounds nuts maybe, but with their streak going all week long, they've won. They haven't lost a game since the All-Star break, and Hope Week started.
I believe, I'm a big believer
Lord above
in karma.
Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with it.
Right, I do.
And you say you're crazy, but people think I'm crazy. I say, always do something good for somebody because it'll come back to you tenfold.
Without a doubt.
And that's the way it is.
Without a doubt.
And we've mentioned our friend Dave Connolly, our attorney, our friend.
Dave Connolly's been a wonderful man.
He's the biggest karma guy I ever met.
Oh my God, Dave
what he does.
He's terrific. He's terrific.
And, it's true. It's true. Life is that way. It really is. It really is. What lies in store for Nick Puccio as we wind down the show here?
The first thing on the agenda now that's been with the rehearsals and all, of course, will be these readings of On the Waterfront at Frank Sinatra Park in Hoboken. Free admission for anybody who wants to go.
Right.
This coming Tuesday night, 7 p.m. and Wednesday, 7 p.m. I think it's something to get a chance to meet a lot of great actors and see something special. Up front and personal. Right. And they're going to be there to meet the people also when we're done, when we're through with the reading. We're going to hang out and meet the people. Autographs, pictures, yes. And also, after that, the next day we have our big meeting coming up for October 4th, the movie that we're supposed to do in Italy. It was written by Eugene J. Celico, our dear friend, and he's going to direct it. And we have a great cast: and Giancarlo Giannini, Lorraine Bracco, David Paval, Federico Castelluccio, and on. Myself, and hopefully we're going to get you in there. And it's one of those things where that's on the. And also, we're not going to give up on. Thunder Doyle.
Yeah, well, I want to get that going.
Thunder Doyle. And also there's a script that Eugene wrote for me primarily to star in called The Tailor.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful story about a man in his tailor shop who knows everybody's clothes. He doesn't even need a slip, where they are, and what he does. Very mild-mannered man from New England probably, and a cutter. A young girl who has problems in her life as a cutter. She cuts herself. And he takes her life and turns it around.
Okay.
She grew up in a very tough household, and Mimo's his name, Mimo, and he turns her around. That's a wonderful script. And I have a few other things going on. Another thing with Vinny that I'll probably produce in the fall. We won't get into that yet.
I vote no.
I also vote no.
I also vote no.
I vote no.
Woody, no. I vote no, Gomes.